Welcome to Criminal Chronicles, the channel where we document verified true crime cases using official records, court documents, and law enforcement reports. Today's case focuses on the Chris Watts family murders, a case from the United States that shocked the public due to its nature, the investigation, and the confession that followed. Chris Watts was living in Frederick, Colorado, with his wife, Shanann Watts, and their two young daughters, Bella and Celeste. From the outside, the family appeared stable. Chris was employed in the oil industry, and Shanann was active on social media, often sharing family moments. In early August 2018, tensions existed within the marriage. Shanann was pregnant with the couple's third child, and messages later reviewed by investigators showed ongoing marital problems, including discussions about separation. On the night of August 12, 2018, Shanann returned home from a business trip. Surveillance footage from the neighborhood showed her entering the house in the early morning hours of August 13. This was the last confirmed sighting of her alive. Later that day, Chris Watts contacted Shannon's friend, claiming he did not know where his wife and children were. When Shanann failed to attend a scheduled appointment and could not be reached, her friend contacted police for a welfare check. When officers arrived at the home, Chris appeared cooperative but nervous. Inside the house, investigators noted that Shannon's purse, phone, car, and medication were still present. There were no signs of forced entry. As the investigation continued, inconsistencies appeared in Chris's statements. He initially claimed Shanann had left with the children following an argument. However, surveillance footage did not support this claim, as it showed no one leaving the home except Chris. Law enforcement reviewed footage from a neighbor's security camera, which showed Chris backing his truck into the driveway early that morning. Investigators considered this unusual behavior. Chris agreed to a polygraph test. During the examination, he failed critical portions. Afterward, he changed his story, first claiming that Shanann had harmed the children and that he reacted. This version was later proven false. Eventually, Chris Watts confessed to killing Shanann and their two daughters. He admitted to strangling Shanann at home. He then transported her body, along with the children, to his work site. At the oil facility, Chris killed Bella and Celeste and placed their bodies inside separate oil tanks. Shannon's body was buried in a shallow grave nearby. These actions were later confirmed through forensic evidence and Chris's own confession. Investigators recovered the bodies days later. The crime scene evidence, GPS data from Chris's work truck, cell phone records, and witness statements all aligned with the confession. Chris Watts was arrested and charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy, and tampering with a deceased human body. In November 2018, Chris Watts pleaded guilty to all charges, avoiding a trial. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus additional consecutive sentences. The case gained widespread media attention due to the family nature of the crime, the rapid confession, and the extensive digital and surveillance evidence used by investigators. From an investigative perspective, the case demonstrated the importance of neighborhood surveillance, digital data analysis, and early welfare checks. It also highlighted how inconsistencies in statements can quickly change the direction of an investigation. The Chris Watts family murders remain one of the most widely discussed criminal cases in recent U.S. history, often studied for its investigative timeline and confession process. This case is officially closed. Chris Watts remains incarcerated, serving multiple life sentences. This documentary is based on verified law enforcement records, court documents, and publicly available evidence. It is presented for educational and informational purposes only. Thank you for watching Criminal Chronicles. More verified true crime cases will be documented in future episodes.